Hey, 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 jeez, that took entirely too long. All right, so I think that's everything now at this point. This is taking entirely too long. All right, I want to bring that up over on the channel on this side. And hi, good morning. Welcome to Cinderblock Studios, or at least the upper portion of Cinderblock Studios. Alrighty, live, current. So yeah, I am working on my new computer because it takes some time to do that. Apparently, more so than it otherwise would. I think. Yeah, I just want to get the chat window over on a separate little thing so I can look at it and not have to keep going back and forth with it. So yeah, that's about it. Um, right. So the one thing I had to do before I started doing this was a couple of restarts because the last thing, hardware-wise, to install, at least that I can think of, was the my tablet, which hopefully will actually work properly now that both my drivers and my software operating system is up to date. So I've gotten things pretty close to where I want them. Although there's some tweaks I have to do, as always. Um, the big one specifically is going to be setting up my Windows menu. And there's a lot of stuff in here that I don't need and I do need, so I want to do that. And I figured I'd um, share that process with you and open up Q&A as usual, just because I have everything else to do and things like that. Edge, we don't need Edge in here. There's that thing. No. Photos, don't need that in there. Okay, mail I want to keep up here for sure. That I don't need. That I don't need. That I don't need. Weather is a good. It's probably a good thing to have in there. News, no. I'll probably just uninstall that actually. Okay, we're gonna have sort of my alternate art apps in here. Because I have a lot of weird ones and a lot of regular ones. So I'm not sure if I really want to put Photoshop in here, but I think I will. Productivity is going to get renamed Commons, which I think is what it is in my other one. Okay, that OBS is down there. Believe it or not, I use a calculator more often than I probably need to. Could probably resize that one though to be a little smaller. Weather I tend to like to be a little larger because it whatever live tile updates. So also DC, it is not DC. We'll detect my location for this one. Okay. Bing. Local weather. Actually pretty nice today, if not slightly humid. But that's going to drop throughout the day, so that's good. Alright. Alright, double checking some settings here. Alright. So, yeah, where was I at? Tiles. Right. Oh, you know what? We want another one that's specifically production. Actually, yeah, well, get Celtics in here. That'll be a new group that is video production. So that'll be there. Along with Premiere. Along with probably some audio stuff. Actually, like I wanted to get. You know what? No, that's going to be a separate thing. Put Audacity and Ableton in their own thing. This is audio production. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Hanging out, checking out my new system, customizing things. Get the camera. No, the camera's not going to be useful in this unless the webcam is plugged. Actually, I should have a look at that. Yeah, no, it won't let me do it because OBS is open. I didn't think about that actually, so I'm like, it's not going to be useful here. I don't have a one of those built-in webcams. Oh, but I have that one. Okay. I was having some issues running games yesterday, specifically Apex Legends, so I'm going to have to troubleshoot that a little later. But not today. Oh, where was lame. Good, good. That goes in there. You know what? This I want to drop onto the desktop. If I can. Oop. Probably end up being that way for alphabetized stuff. Okay, where are we at? Okay. I honestly can't believe I got the old Age of Empires to even install on this thing. I'm like, there's no way this game from what, 96 I think is actually going to install. Nope, did, no problem. It's hysterical. Wow, okay. Spilling my juice everywhere. Okay. Oh yeah, there's one. OpenTunes. That's a program I found a lot of stuff when I was migrating my software that I just forgot about. Programs I installed a long time ago that I don't really touch much. Touch much. And OpenTunes is one of them. OpenTunes is it's an open source animation software that's being open source. It's completely free. So I was like, oh yeah, I gotta learn to freaking use that. And I actually have an idea. Oh, hold on, let me go get my sketchbook. Won't be able to see it real well because this should be in the little window or whatever. But where is it? The little funny rock structures I make all the time. I decided the one day I was kind of bored and I decided to put faces on them. And so I want to animate one of them. Okay, I know that I did one before that, or maybe that was the first one. Was it? Oh no, here we go. That's a good first one. So, this is sort of my idea. So you have like this thing that's roughly, get this a little closer maybe, roughly a shape that I would normally make, but then all of a sudden like it opens its mouth and goes blah 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 blah. Just it made me laugh real hard. So that's my animation thought project. If depending on, I mean, I haven't opened the software in forever, so I have no idea how often I'll really be utilizing it, but pretty fun regardless. So keep the two Photoshops, I would say, up front. These two I would use a lot less, so we're going to make them smaller. Okay, what else is in here? Oh, you know what? I'm going to get a thing for a couple of games here too, because I forget about this stuff a lot. Like Pocket Tanks. This Pocket Tanks is awesome. tablets is good. It goes into audio production. That's really music production, but actually I want to go back because there was something else I wanted to toss up in game side of things. I think. Discord I pinned, but I'll still probably put this here. And then what else was in here? Apex, I put Origin there, so I don't have to put the other ones on there. I actually have a most used up here, so I probably don't even need the commons. But we'll most used is obviously going to change as I go. This we're going to hold up, drag over here. That's another one I'll end up forgetting about. Mostly it's not there for the shortcut, but there because I'll forget about them. I have to go to the Microsoft Store and snag a chess variant. If there's one. Oh yeah, Stargate Network. Forgot about that one too. That's one of the ones I kind of rediscovered in the migration. So any fans of the Stargate, specifically the SG-1 franchise, there's a guy that it hasn't updated in like 3 or 4 years, but I think it might be 2. But he faithfully recreated the SGC in game format, and you can go through and type out keys on the keyboard, which are all the symbols of the gate, and it's super complicated, but it's really fun to walk around the world. Being able to see that, imagine it would be really great in VR. All right, DX Ball is a game drop here. Ooh, sticky notes is actually something I use constantly. Well, I mean, they're over there, but I'm still going to put it over here. It probably doesn't need to have a giant thing. There we go. Huh, there's a built-in video editor. Look at that. They finally learned. Ooh, VLC. Yeah, we definitely need that over here. Okay, WinRAR, absolutely. Let's go in over here with a resize. Shell. Okay. Tablet properties is going to go down here with a small. And desktop center is coming down here with a small. Weather's up there. What else is in here? The Internet Explorer is still kind of installed here. That's hysterical. There's snipping tool. Absolutely need that in here. WordPad. There's all the classic stuff. Anything else I need in here? Well, we're all SSDs now, so no disk defragmenting anymore. I actually had that on my list of programs to install. I'm like, oh yeah, I just get my disk defragmenter. Wait a second. I don't need to. Anything else? Oh, there we go. See, this is what I actually wanted to get here. I mean, it's still that, but it's the same thing. This PC, like having that on, yeah. So that's I found it some other way. Having that I had to rename it my computer because they don't call it that anymore. It drives me nuts. Can't even get a file menu on a lot of these. I mean, there's sort of there's the ribbon menu, but it doesn't help me as much. That's alright. It's more so using it towards Firefox. That's like one of the few things I can get a file menu on still, because it's like I like having like bookmarks and view and all that stuff. I'm old school that way. Oh no, I don't want to close that out. That would be bad. Okay, so where does that leave me with? Oh wait, no, there's a couple more. There's some iDrive specific stuff I want. There's a couple of art programs that were like self-contained, and I gotta find them. Alchemy was one of them. So this we're going to. Oh, can I move this to? Oh, that's interesting. I guess I'll have to put a shortcut for it here. Oh no, here we go. Pin to start. Jeez. Something got to me this morning. So Alchemy, if I remember. Oh, freaking, I need Java runtime. Well, I guess we're getting Java. Guess that's why I haven't run it in a while. Java. Such a legacy piece of software. Alright. Yep. Java. To be fair, I mean, 25 years Java, yeah. 25 years ago is about the last time it was relevant. There was a website, God, it must have been when I was in high school, and it was called javagameplay.net or .com or something, and they were like really early versions of would like basically like the beta builds of games, but they all ran on Java. So like you can, I think you can still get to the website, maybe, but you can't run anything. All right, there's Java. So this should work now. Yep, I'm pretty sure this was the Infinite Canvas program. Oh wow, this is ridiculous. Can we not have that disappear every time I do that? Full screen. Oh wow. Okay, no, not that full screen. Maybe just a little bit bigger. Nope, it's just gonna. All right, well, whatever. Is it a vector program too? I cannot remember. Over, under. I guess that would line weight. Here we go. Okay, if we're under, then I suppose the color, if I make it yellow or orange, it'll go on. Yep, under the black. Whoop. That's a neat little thing. Over. Whoop. All right. Transparency, I can make it less. So yeah, this is a fairly simple little program. Create shapes. For shapes, splatter shapes. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's one of these. So this actually works. Seems pretty similar to the DA Muro, which I don't think still exists anymore. Make it red and kick that back out. Actually, no. It was. Oh crap! I totally forgot about that. I gotta get my Kleenexes over here. There was this website like 5 or 6 years ago at least. It's probably 10, knowing my memory. There was like Jackson Pollock Painter or something like that, and this is what this effect was. It's like exactly this effect. It's just that drag, and then when you get it blobs out. But this is exactly what that website did. Was that effect in that brush tool? So it must be somewhat based on that, which is actually kind of hilarious. So what else is in here? Pole shapes. Oh wow, what the? What the? There's like dinosaur bones and some like painting with feels like I'm painting with wingdings. Oh, I don't think there's an erase with this either. Yeah, that could be. Ugh, jeez. Sorry, bumping the mic. Wow. Okay, yeah. So it looks like it can push to vector, switch vector. I don't know. Yeah, so it is, I guess, a vector program. Export. So I would be able to export it. As varying image types. Yeah, so it's a weird little alternate drawing piece of software that I can't remember why I picked up or when or anything like that, but yeah, neat little thing. Also, working on charging my tablet, which is kind of why things are there. So where are we at with that one? 52%. Cool. Only took it was like an hour, so another hour should be fully charged. I haven't worked with it in forever. Not expecting to have a runny nose this early in the morning. I had my windows open all night, so that's probably part of it. Okay, so that's alchemy. In fact, there was something else, but that might have actually been it. Oh, wait, I want to get... Oh, I do have that in here still. Cool. That's a sort of a... Oh, that was a Freebird game thing. Huh. I gotta see if there's a new version of that. Because this was a weird-ish game with a whole lot of... Yeah, no, it's still just the chapters 1 through 11. Huh. Does still work, though. So this is sort of a free game that was put out by... I think the same people. Yeah, it's the same people that did To the Moon and A Bird Story and the other type things. And it's way more of a story-driven than an actual game. Like there's some gameplay to it, but mostly it's just this character-driven story. So it's a neat thing. I'm glad to see that's in there. I don't have to go back and re-download it. Okay, so yeah, there's all these other ones here. So my emulators. We're all going to get into the start menu. And I think where is the other one? Which SNES X. There we go. There's that one. What else? What's the other one I tend to use here and there? Dolphin was the GameCube one, which I actually probably have a better chance of mapping that one now. Mario with a portal gun. That's super fun too. All right. Ocarina of Time 2D. Oh, I really wish Nintendo hadn't shut that project down. That was so great. I don't even remember what that was. When you have stuff sitting in your stuff for so long. Oh shoot, what was that? Starless Umbra. Oh, I think that was one of those, like, another one of those self-contained RPGs. Before people got all uppity with their RPG Maker and started wanting to, whatever the other one was, do stuff with it. I don't know. Be like, oh, we gotta put our thing on Steam and charge a bunch of money. And oh, come on, really? I'm trying to get this to run on something at some point. It's Artrageous, The Amazing World of Art. It's a it was an piece of educational software that I think my grandmother had a disc copy of it, and it's very very cheesy, campy kind of educational stuff, but it's actually a great way to sort of teach kids about art history. And I've been trying to figure out how to get it to run. I mean, I've got the ISO image, but most modern computers just flat out won't run it. So maybe it'll be one of those things to try and push through my friend's old XP machine if I ever decide to plug that back in for a day. So yeah, I think that actually should be pretty much everything. There was another one. It was the the PS2 emulator, which is PS2X, I think, or PSX or something like that. Which I don't know where the program is. It's just kind of sitting in here. There it is. PSXE is the other one. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. So all of these are coming up here. Get up there. Get up there. There we go. All right. Actually, I want to make one of these probably a little bigger. I just don't know which one. So I think that's just about everything I needed for the organizational side of things. Yeah, that's probably it. There's some things here with documents, and I want to maybe try and get another subfolder into this. Things aren't as easy as they used to be. Windows 10 seems to really like to take more control of your system than you want to have it in there. Might just move stuff over from the other drive. Like I've always had sort of two document folders. I've had the C drive doc folder, and I've had oh, that's right. I still have stuff over here. So that, okay, this stuff is all, what was all this stuff? I don't know. What was that? Definitely don't know that one. That's just an empty BS folder right there. Okay. The old C drive. Oh, yes, okay, this is really important to do, like fonts and all that other junk. So, and this is where the other version of my documents would be. So, okay. Same thing here with the videos. So this one I changed the target folder, but I wanted to try and get another folder access in here, which I don't think it's going to let me do. Is there anything in that? Oh, these were all just like capture recordings and stuff. Probably don't need these. Might just be able to leave them sitting in the other folder. Like that. Okay, this one I changed. This is anything useful on this? These are mostly old scans too, so I don't need probably much of any of these. My old scanner would just scan and keep stuff, and even though I'd save it at other places. So I probably don't need any of this really. Pretty much everything in here I would have posted online or things like that. Those are some recipe cards. I'm going to hold on to them. These are my screenshots from Elite Dangerous. And I don't need any more. presets. These are empty? Yeah, they're empty. I don't know what they were for. I don't know what that's for either. Cool. Probably going to be reinstalling some games here as well, so I'm going to kick Steam open. Okay, so color tests, this stuff I don't need. None of these are old. All these I don't need. The recipes. That I don't need. Move this over there. And delete that. This stuff can just sit in the bottom of that picture folder. Okay, desktop. That was an image of sorts. Oh, that's right. That was that. That was this. That's what I was looking for before my oh wait, no, that's this is the drivers. No, I don't need that. Somewhere I have my preferences for my tablet settings saved deep in the buried recesses of all that stuff. So I have to find that at some point. Yeah, there's no XP mode anymore, so we'll see what actually ends up running. Docs. Right. So this was my other old My Docs folder, which is the one thing I need to transfer over to the new My Docs folder. Because all that stuff's very important. Okay. Ableton Library. I have custom loops in here, that's right. So that's going to go over here. Clips. Show content I didn't have over that one. Defaults. Custom loops, grooves, lessons, MIDI tracks, presets, samples, and templates. Okay, good. All right. So this goes away. Glad I remembered to look at my external hard drive. Kind of an important thing. All right. Now this Adobe needs to match this Adobe, which it doesn't right now. Now it does. Cool. Yeah, no, this whole folder I don't need. And that one I know I don't need either. Audacity is empty. Good. Okay, these are saved games for BioShock, which I will be reinstalling at some point. BitPim, that I don't need in there anymore. Cyberlink, that I don't need in there anymore. Oh look, there's Dolphin Emulator. Hanging out again. Downloads. That's empty. Good. Fax. It's a no-go. Oh, that's right. I gotta get my software for, what is it? Jeez, I don't know now. Forgot. GPS, that's right. I'll leave that in there. HP rig backup. I don't know. Journey save files. Okay, these are all save files for games, which is good. Storm. exe is not sitting in here, is it? Some autosaves in there. No, this is not on there anymore, so that's good. Oh, there's PS2X. Resumes. Okay, this yeah, those are just save files as well. Skill outlines, and the zoom's empty, so I can get rid of that. Okay, cool. Now, this stuff, as before, can just get pushed over to this new folder. Decent amount of stuff there. About a gig's worth. Bing! There we go. Now, see, now it makes sense when I go to the docs folder. There's actually shit in it. There we go. Now, that's done. Docs. Need to kick over my fonts. That's something I'm really, really glad I didn't forget about. Actually, I'm going to go back to docs because that's going to go in there. And that I'm going to hold off on for a minute because these are going to be sitting somewhere. No, not that one. Okay, these were on different hard drives at the time. And I don't know if I need to move those back over to where they need to be for those other ones. So I'm going to hold off on that one. Fonts, extraordinarily important. So we got to find the fonts folder over here, which I don't think I've had to do in a Windows 10 before, so we get to have a look now. So those should be C drive users, me. Where the font's at? Font settings. No, I want the font folder. No, where's the? I don't want to be in here. I want the folder. This is the thing. Everything in Windows 10 that just bugs me. It's stuff like this. Like anything that would have just been a folder. I mean, it still is a folder, but like this is what it gives you first. It's like, no, give me the damn folder on the hard drive. I don't want this special BS. So now I gotta find it manually. No, not that. News. Oh, here we go. There it is. Just was in the wrong folder, that's all. Okay. Now, all this stuff goes into the other folder. So this way I'm getting all my Windows 7 fonts, as well as all of the... I must have got 50 different fonts for various projects over the years. 705 total, but some of that's going to be a duplicate. Install, do you want to replace it? No. So we're not replacing anything that's there, but we do need to cheese. Boogers. All the fonts. 705 fonts. That's a lot. Plus whatever the new ones for 10 are. Again, and plus there's that little bit of overlap. But not crazy. And obviously not everything's going to transfer over. But that's alright. As long as I got my copperplate Gothic bold, that's my font for my logo. That's where the Cinderblock Studios font is. It's copperplate Gothic bold. I saw something recently too. I was watching some old TV show or something. I was like, ha, ha, there's my font. So depending on how this goes, and so I'm almost done with, I would say, a lot of this. So I might be able to kick open Photoshop and sketch a little bit. God, there was like none of these fonts were in there. It's crazy. Just come to think of it, there's not a lot of fonts in here in the first place. Like, Comic Sans is still there for some reason, though. All right. Now we're font heavy again. Cool, cool, cool. Plate Gothic. Burger Joint. That was one of them. Where's that at? Back to the Future font. Yeah, Burger Joint. Burger Joint JL regular. All right. So there's my fonts. Hey, Steam. So, yeah, there's nothing installed here, but it's only Elite Dangerous now. So, at this point, anytime I want to play something, I got to put it back in. And actually, I do have to set up a thing for Tuesday, which is going to be the playthrough of Ori that the new Ori that I want. Because that's important. That's part of the reason why I did upgrade it in the first place, was just to play the new Ori. So yeah. Go ahead and turn off display capture for a minute as I pay for something with my PayPal information. I don't need you guys seeing that. Do not need you guys to see all the credit card information. That would be a bad thing. Oh, I earned Steam points. Those are new, I think. Okay. So, turn the thing back on. Boop. Now that's there, which we are totally installing. Damn, it's 14.45 gigs. A lot bigger than the original game. Shortcut, yes. Okay. So that's going to take a little bit of time. Not a ton. Let's wait. Requires 14 gigs of space, but it's only downloading 4? I wonder if there's going to be DLC. Don't know. Alright, while that's doing that, we can hang out on the other stuff. So, how's the tablet doing? What are we at? 61. You know what? I'm going to go try and find those preferences, because I think they're sitting in an old artwork folder somewhere. So I just don't know how far back. So I got hey, there's the backup. Ding, backup. I feel like there's a newer one than that, though. So that's in 2015 digital. But I get the feeling there's a newer one. Digital. There's another one, 2016 backup. Okay. That might be the newest. So I'm figuring that had to have been something I was like recoloring or something. Not sure. Oh, I know what I'll work on. Thinking about my photo, I've got this picture sitting here that I've been wanting to play with forever, and that'll be the perfect little project for this morning. Okay, 2017, 2018. Digital. Hey, 2018 backup, good. I guess that would be the newest one then, because I don't think I futzed with it too much last year. Yeah, okay, so 2018 will be the newest one then. And we want this guy. Find my that. I know there's a way to get to the backup in here somewhere. Which I thought was here, but apparently not. I might have to go to the other thing. This guy. Settings. Updates. Backup settings. Restore. Oh, it doesn't want me to have OBS. Oh, why do you not want me to have OBS open? Oh, just restart after completing this step. Okay. Well, that's fine. Not that I plan on using it in OBS, but... Okay, so that was what? Pictures, 2018, digital backup. Cool. Now, yep, see now we've got Photoshop, and actually Sketchbook Express isn't installed anymore. This new layer, it may not like the fact that these are here, so it may not actually work with them. But, yeah. This one. This touch between them all functions between that one. Yeah, Sketchbook Express doesn't exist anymore. Okay. So, excuse me. Oh, you know what I need in the comments? I need my office stuff in there too, before I forget. Office 2007. All right. So we're just gonna have that kind of in there. Save that in Excel. The other ones I don't really need. Wait, why didn't you do that in there? I don't want to use PowerPoint anymore. I used to basically make short films in PowerPoint when I was like 10 years old. I taught myself to use PowerPoint when I was, yeah, like 10 or 11. Or no, earlier than that. God, it must have been like 8. Yeah, a long time ago. Taught myself to use PowerPoint, which was sort of the start of my filmmaking experience, basically. All right. So let's kick open Photoshop. I'm so damn excited to play Ori. And I wouldn't be playing it until Tuesday, because I want to do it for my weekly Twitch stuff. Oh, hello. God, have not used this in forever. And you know what? I want to wipe this down. Is that rubbing alcohol still sitting here? Yeah, good. This may go haywire for a minute, because things are very, very... Hey, Leviticus. Things are going well. A few minor bugs to work out later, but got pretty much everything where I need it to be. I'm going to try and do a little drawing once I wipe this down. And wipe this down. This thing, this funny rubbery stuff, kind of gets weird after a while. It's almost like gummy or something like that. I don't know. I think it's just that what dirt and moisture build up on that. Oh, that feels way better now. Yeah. So probably good with the nib. I haven't switched. I think I switched that out some time ago, but not the. Oh yeah, plenty good on nibs. And you haven't used something in forever. All right. Kicking open Photoshop. I'm also so used to drawing on my Surface now that kind of just hard to get back to the disconnect of the old-fashioned Intuos. All right, so we want a new. Probably only 200, or I'll go 250 and be nice about it. RGB color, 8-bit works fine, although, yeah. That, on a portrait, maybe like 3x4. Okay. Working on getting my bearings again here. I learned Photoshop. I already know how to use Photoshop. Oh crap, I gotta set all this up. Forgot. Alright, so that I don't need. And this I don't need. And that I don't need. And that I don't need. Yeah, properties. I don't need properties. I don't need adjustments. I need layers. Expanded color setting. Paths. Gradients. Color. Oh crap! I don't have my brushes in here. Oh shit. I don't even know if I grabbed those from the other. Oh crap. I gotta get my brushes. Alright, well some of them are on my website, I think. We want the legacy brushes as always. And I don't want to get Photoshop's downloadable whatever crap brushes. I'm going to import them. But I also got to find them. Okay, hold on. I might have to close Photoshop to get this. Oh, screw off you. Why is it in quotes? Oh, that's why. That. Okay. So this is where the brushes are going to need to go. Actually, I have to now close Photoshop because it won't quite work the way I want it to unless I drop them in that way. So, first we're going to look in pictures because that's where they probably are most likely to be. Just got to think about where. Actually, no, they're probably not. Can't believe I forgot about my brushes. Well. They're not going to be in here. I have to go get them. snowblockstudios.com/learning-resources. And I know they're in here. They better be in here. They may not be in here. Crap. Well, I know they're on my DeviantArt page. Shit. Might be booting up the old machine just to get my brushes back. Alright, well, they're on my DeviantArt. That I know for sure. Not all of them. Cannot believe I forgot to get my brushes out of there. That pisses me off. Alright, well I guess I gotta write that down then. Get brushes. Because
Because I made a bunch of sets too. Oh, wait a minute. It might be buried in my Patreon too. I can check there. Alrighty. Finding me some brushes. Which I know I've got a separate, I think, folder or something for these. Resources or, yeah, here we go. Alright. Real paintbrushes set. Wait, that isn't there. What? It's linking me over here, but it's not there anymore. Why is it not there anymore? I don't know why it's not there anymore. Oh crap, I closed it. Well, that would be freaking brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah, Real Paintbrushes 2 is actually the one I really need. Not necessarily this one, but this one will work. Oh, where's the download for this guy? Here we go. Okay. Real paintbrushes, real splatters. And the real palette knives. The real palette knives being the probably the best of those three. But I also have a tree set, I have a symbol set, and I've got a what Real Paintbrushes 2. And I did not rename that one because I'm an idiot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, into there. I just want to copy these. To the other one as well. Actually, no, they're not going to be there. They're going to be here. Legacy tools. There's where I want them. Yeah. Okay. Nice paintbrush splatters. I gotta figure out what my Patreon password is because I haven't logged in over there in forever. I'm probably going to be basically quitting Patreon at some point. For multiple reasons. Biggest one being that no supporters, so no point in keeping it open. I gotta find that password now. Too many passwords, man. Way too many passwords. Oh, there it is. That should be it. Oh, freaking verify device. There we go. Now we're in. I need to see. Finish my page. It's not finished. I know there's stuff in here. Question is, maybe I already kicked the. Oh no. It's not even launched anymore. So maybe I did already pull it. Or maybe it changed and it got pulled. That could be a thing too. Yeah, whatever. Huh. So it may not be in here anymore. Yeah, guess I'm gonna have to go dig out some stuff. Is that where that came from? Huh. Weird. Not really a fan of this whole platform, to be honest. Alright, it doesn't look like I'm finding those other brush packs, so at least we got the ones that we did have. Yeah, security alert, blah blah blah. Okay, well that'll at least get me somewhat started. That's really bugging me. Stems. Not in here at all. Probably not. Just trying to think about when I made the brush sets. Like maybe like they'll be buried in here, but I doubt it because they would have been saved pre-saved into the preset folder. And I don't have them sitting anywhere now. Oh well. Alright, let's kick this back open. Alright. So. Yay. Smooth and stable and works well finally. Hasn't worked this well in ages. Alright. So general prefers slightly down, hard, basic color round, flow and opacity. And now I've got our nice sketch brush. So, that's that. Yeah, it's not mapped actually. Where is it? Is that my, yeah, there's my new tab. Good. New tab, yeah, new layer. So I have it programmed to the regular right click for when I'm opening up brushes, brush settings. And then what would be default double click, I have it mapped to open a new layer on my on the pen. That way I don't have to worry about it going over here and this and that, and I can work, and it's more seamless for me doing that. Yeah. Hey, Juanita's here. Holy crap. Been a long time. I gotta get, yeah, it took me forever to get live because I had issues with my headset and everything like that. And I've been screwing with my setting and stuff, so I figured, hey, let's do some sketching this morning. A tab on elbow cough. Just, oh, what was the stupid thing the other day I was thinking of? It was between the dab and the original Numa Numa Kid. So it's like, it's not a dab, it's the Numa Numa Kid doing this. Which you're probably way too young to even get that reference, but that's alright. My yahoo. Okay, let me go refill my juice. So, a number of years ago, a friend of mine, and he still does some character drawing here and there. And this was easily probably 2007. So I know we were both still in high school at the time. And he sent me an image that he had done. It was just a grayscale sketch of this character, and I was like, "Hey, do you want me to maybe color that for you?" Because at the time I was just starting to play around with Photoshop, and so I asked him like, I was like, "Okay, cool." And I did a color, and he's like, "I kind of imagine the cloak to be white. It'd be a lighter kind of color for everything." And I was like, "Oh, huh." And then it just sat in my sort of archived photos for a long time, and I was looking for something a couple of months ago, and I found it. Well, okay then. Good news is, I think it's probably the fastest reboot of a stream I've had in ever. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I gotta start maybe monitoring some memory. I thought I'd be okay with what I had, but maybe not. I don't know. It's happened a few times recently. This is one of the new system bug issues that I've been having. So yeah, yeah. As soon as I try to apply the layer down, it decided to just completely crash. So not really sure the deal there. Again, issues I'm having and things like that to work out. So yeah, so my friend did this drawing way back in high school, and I was like, okay, let's let's play with it. Okay. Um, where are my lines? Yeah, transform controls. Jeez, like I don't like certain things. Like, why is this not on by default, Photoshop? Like, jeez. So I wanted to kind of go back and replay with this again, and I found it recently, and I showed it to him. He's like, "Wow, I completely forgot about this." And I was like, "Do you mind if I actually like rebuild this from the ground up?" I mean, I'm not a I'm not a figure drawer or whatever. I'm not good with figures, but I was like, I want to give it a shot. And considering that both of us are like very detached from this project, being it at least 14 or 15 years ago, I feel like this is a good one to go back and play with. Um, so that's kind of what I've been sitting on for a while. Is just going back to play around with this. Okay, come on, brushes. Oh, here we go. Why are they there though? Yes. Palette knives. Okay. And splatters. Okay. There they are. There's my brushes. Nice round in that. Nice. Although I do want to make this, actually I'll probably keep it rounder, but just smaller. Come on. Stop it. There we go. Because I need a, not quite 1 pixel, but definitely a lot small. Actually, why am I doing that? I can do it with this way. There we go. Completely forgot about that. All right. So, yeah, so I'm going to start kind of just by lightly sketching over this. Actually, I want to find my, that's right, these aren't on. Lost all of my settings and files and everything like that. Actually, I want to save this before I forget. Don't show that. So, 2020 digital. So yeah, I want to start just by playing, and trying to figure out where a lot of the shapes are here. Again, I'm not a figure artist, so actually I want to make this even lighter, I think, just so my sketch layer shows up a little better. Just trying to figure out where my gesture is here, and like his positions is kind of stiff, so giving it just a base, and then figuring out kind of where to go from there. So this comes down. I would say this leg probably needs to arc more, and that knee. Where's the knee? Okay, these legs are really disproportionate. The knee is like here. So this is like there. So he's got a really, he's like me. He's got really long legs and a short torso. No, wait a minute. Not the pants, the legs here. Really wide stance on that. Other one's here, other knees roughly here, I'd say. Further out. Go into shoe land. It's actually not that terrible. This left arm is, I'd say, the biggest issue here, and it's just so much shorter than this. Like this is just like goes up and then like disappears, and the sword's like right there. So all of that would have to get really repositioned. But yeah, but I want to get, so this kind of comes in and up, and that shoulder's here, and the shoulder's there. This comes down. Over, and it's the hand for that, and there. So that sort of more direction. So this arm would have to be way back here. Even with that forced perspective, the hand would be at least up here, which means the whole sword would have to get pushed back, and you'd probably see the tops of the fingers a little bit as well. So that's more or less what we're looking at in terms of that figure and that stance. Obviously, this foot's a lot further up, so that makes a pretty big difference as well. So I actually want to snag the lasso tool and just pull that sword back. Maybe get it on a separate copy. I hope that doesn't get weird like that. Okay, I want to copy that over. And so I want that sword to be further back, at least by comparison. So the arm would be there, it would be holding onto it here. Okay. In which case, then our overlay here for the sketch would show, where'd my brush go? Here. That hand would then be there, and then that sword and the hilt coming up this way. And I'm going to get rid of this a second, just so I can actually kind of see it. I think he must have based this a little on Cloud Sword from Final Fantasy VII, but I'm not positive on that one. Okay. Because we don't have an idea of what that hilt would have looked like, that I can actually play a little bit with, a little more with, to see how that would probably taper in. So I might even go this way. That kind of works up and over and in like that. Or so. The lower section being more close to like a samurai sword, and then the upper part being more, way more fantasy oriented. Okay, get rid of that, do that. There's the sword section. Okay. Yeah, so that's more or less what we're looking at, I'd say. Again, slightly disproportionate, and I can fix that a little bit more as we go. But again, I don't want to totally change everything because, one, I'm not good at it, I can't really do it. Two, I don't want it to be a total redraw. Again, that's not what I do. I want to preserve as much of the original essence, but just kind of amp it up a little bit in terms of that sort of thing. So, all right, so our sketch, though, is going to become transparent as well. Same thing with this, which actually we're going to take up even a little bit more. We're going to snag a new layer, again, to start working on some of these shapes a little bit more. Get a slightly smaller brush size too here. 4. All right. So, yeah. So fairly anime-ish kind of head. Trying to remember my Mark Curly anime lessons from college. Haven't pushed that in a while. Still trying to maintain that a little bit though. Might have to look up just a picture of anime eyes to kind of give myself a reference point. Yeah, I probably don't really need the gesture as much. I'll keep that a little lighter. Do the nose just as a little point, the point nose. And then I want to really rotate this. I gotta get 3 fingers. Nope. Hello. There we go. And then just sort of a little for the mouth. Smaller mouth, smaller nose. The hair, I think I actually want to fix a little bit in terms of I want to make it larger. Because if we're really pushing that style, so we'd probably see an ear here too. Do that. And then maybe just push the spikes out a little bit more. That way I don't have to overcompensate and I can actually keep the hand behind the hair the way he originally intended it. At least I would say. I mean, this is just a sketch. He probably did it in 10 minutes. But I want to be able to, again, preserving the original while still just kicking it up a little bit more. Yeah, push this one out a lot more. 1, 2, 3. That one I'm actually just going to hide behind the other one. Thinking more somewhere between like a Chrono Goku kind of character. That's particular kind of extra spikiness. Actually, there's one that goes down in the front, which I didn't even really see until now. I mean, I saw it there, but this allows you to kind of cover that eye up. It just kind of goes to the edge a little with his hair. So there's more of a hairline, doesn't cascade in as much as it might otherwise. And again, I'm pushing that hair and that amping it up a little. I actually want this to be a lot larger on this side. Nope, that looks like devil horns. Nope. Not doing that. Keep it low, keep it low. That one will kick up a little more though. Maybe put a couple behind it. A little there, a little here. That's not bad. Okay. Let's see that without the backing. That's better. Actually, I might even push this edge in a little bit more for that side of the side of that face. Okay, I gotta look up some anime eyes in order to do this, because again, I haven't in a really long time. So I gotta just grab some styles. I mean, I see kind of what he's doing with it, but I know there's a better sort of way to see that. Grab this over here. Okay. Look, I see a bunch of more curly stuff. Alrighty, that's actually pretty close. I really like that style. DN Angel style, that's pretty solid. Well, I mean, that's more Inuyasha style. Come on, come on. There we go. Alright. So, I think a combination of the two should work alright. So, yeah, it's the thinner lines versus thicker lines on that outer edge. So I like the shape of the DN Angel eyes, but the Inuyasha eyes have more of a thin, crisp line. So I might do the thinner, crisp line, but with the shape of the DN Angel eyes. So that should give me a good balance. Take that down more. So start with the pupils, maybe give them fairly intense eyes here. I wish I made the resolution higher now. That gets me pretty close. That'll get me at least to do this. It looks ridiculous now. Alright. So that shape, this one doesn't. Both of them kind of keep an open-ended in, which is good. Comes out, down. This one comes to more of a point. I like the one that comes to a point a little more. Keep that dark. And then the real testament there will just be the eyebrows, really. Which I feel like if we're going to have an anime eye, the eyebrow should be over top of the hair, I think. God, I haven't done this in forever. There, just that in there. Totally should have made the resolution bigger. I'm literally working just with flat pixels here. Hard to even accentuate anything with this size. Okay, that's not bad. I want the maybe even push in some of these lines in more. That's not bad. Could be better, but not bad. And I want the eyebrows actually to push in pretty much next to that. Up and over a little, like that. There we are. That's not bad. I actually kind of like the idea of maybe opening his mouth, but not like that. I'd have to make it. Now I need mouth references. Mouth. Actually, the teeth thing. I forgot about the teeth thing. That could be interesting. Hmm. Well, hold on. Let me just zoom out for a minute and see where we're sitting. Okay. It's not terrible. Yeah, I definitely think it'd be better if his mouth's open a little. What? We could follow Strong Bad's advice of anime mouths. Really tiny when it's closed, ridiculously huge when it's open. So I actually want to maybe do a different version here. Just with a different mouth. Actually, hold on. So we're actually just going to select that and put it on a different layer. And then look at maybe a giant mouth just for shits and giggles here. This big wide. I can already tell this is going to be better. Yep. 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 It is perfect. Now do we want to do teeth? Or do we want to do a tongue? I think I want to do a tongue. Yep, I like that. That's a bit better. Okay. Yeah. No small mouth for me. He's a fighter, his mouth's going to be open. It's just how it works. Alright. Don't need the references up anymore. Let's see where we're at with the rest of this. Okay. So, play a little bit with the arms and get the torso fleshed out, I think. And keeping my gesture kind of low on that priority list in terms of opacity. And I'm pretty sure this is like long before Mark Hurley was even making videos that my friend did this to. So his point of references were a little different at the time. So yeah, his anatomy's always been pretty good, so I'm not going to force this too much. I'm probably just going to round out some of these shapes. Okay, that muscular structure is behind his hair, and I can actually probably extend the hair out even a little bit more to hide that, because I don't feel like drawing it. Yeah, just push that shape a little bit more. Hide it back there. Okay, a little bit of the elbow there, but it's not a ton. And I always forget to rotate my canvas. I'm always just trying to do it vertically. I'm like, this is a pain in the ass. Alright. Yeah. And his structural work is pretty solid. He even was back then, still is today, so not super concerned about that. I might widen this a little more though. And then yeah, the sword will have to be a very separate. I'll probably have to do the same thing. I'll have to paint it in the way it is now, and then just move it, and then adjust it later. But I'm not worried about the sword till probably closer to the end. So, he seems to have more of a collar that I think kind of got lost a little bit in the original coloring that I did on this. So I like the idea of defining that a little bit more, like just a popped collar kind of thing. But it seems to actually kind of be more folded or tucked in on that side, so it wouldn't even really show up. But again, I can force this. You know what? I'm gonna exaggerate that a little bit more. Again, not allowing a little bit of differences. I was given full permission to play. What the hell? Let's really arc that out. Popped color all the way. Tuck around this way. And since we're moving the sword anyway, we'll be able to. Actually, I really probably should have done this in Sketchbook. In Autodesk Sketchbook, that would have been a lot easier to work with. Okay, I like that. Looks pretty good. But maybe see a little bit of his collarbone sticking out, but not a ton. We have this vest thing. Which seems to have like a strap or something there. Maybe a couple straps. Okay, that arcs in, and then that's that edge. Fudging some things a little. Also, part of this is I think is what he did initially was just being able to hide some of the details just by putting flow your clothes on, which I'm all for, you know. But yeah, and he kind of. This is probably the one thing that bothers me the most. It looks like there's an extra bicep in the shoulder. I see what he was trying to do, trying to bulk that up, but it's a little too defined. And this would just kind of be more relaxed that way, like down. Like you'd see it. It's still I'm still not rotating the canvas. It's amazing how much I forget to do that. I mean, because when I started digital art, I was using Photoshop Elements, and you can't rotate the canvas dynamically in that program. So I'm just used to doing that, like with this tablet. So a little definition there, not a ton. And then it has sort of this shuriken tattoo design, which is pretty fun. He actually made a giant one for me out of cardboard one day. We were in an art class together back in high school, and I still have it. It's not in great shape because it's been thrown a lot. But I actually I painted it black and coated it in like acrylic clear coat to kind of protect it, which didn't work at all. And actually, come to think of it, this should be foreshortened because it's on its arm. And just have the bigger marks there. Oh, wait a minute. I see what he was doing. Yeah. Okay. So this is it's not strictly a mark. It's like a teardrop, a trail mark or something, or a fatter on one side, thinner on the other. I don't know if that was intentional or it was just the way that he worked with the ink pen or the pencil, whatever he was using. Actually, I think he's probably more pencil user. I was the one that always used pens. And he's like, "You're nuts." And I'm like, "I know." All right. Sketch back down. Same deal here. Just the face is always harder for me. Everything else always kind of falls into place a little easier. clothing, other stuff. Yeah, so once I get most of this initial done, it'll be able to, my volume is low. Oh, that's weird. You know what, it's probably the headset, it usually is. Or I'm just not talking loud enough, it's probably this, though. I can adjust that, that's easy. Mic. Just bump it up a little. I think I had to do that in OBS on the old one. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. I think, maybe, not sure. You know what, let me just amp it up a little more here, just for good measure. Okay, trying that. I think that should be a little better now. Thanks for the. Always my problem is I'm never looking at the comments. Yeah, so I'm just trying to monitor stuff here, saving regularly. Always important. Okay, so this is what's that way, down and down. So you'd see that this would be thinner and come in. So you'd see a little bit of that arc. Yeah. Probably not quite as much as he's pushing though for the character. So it can be thinner there, but not quite a ton. And then you'd see maybe a little bit of the crease on the inner side, but not a ton. Just a little bit there. He's got a lot beefier of a forearm than I do, so I gotta adjust. Should get some tunes going. Got a whole mess of Creative Commons stuff sitting around that I can probably play with. Okay, the hand's gonna be an issue. Of course it is. I mean, I can fudge a lot of that with because he's holding this energy ball thing. Might be able to call it a Rasengan if you feel so anime inspired. But yeah, so that's come down. You'd see, how much would you see? Wish I had someone to pose for me right now. I feel like you'd see some of the top of the hand in here, not a ton. Just a little bit on that edge. Just again, trying to remember those old Mark Curley videos, since this is really not my forte. But also doing what I can to stay true to his original sketch from 15 years ago, because that's a thing. Also, I mean, I drew hands a bunch in high school, so this shouldn't be, wow, all of that looks terrible. Yeah, no. I'm gonna have to do that myself. Just wait a minute. Oh, that's his left hand, no wonder. Okay. So this is the only that in this way. That I bet I can get a picture of myself doing that. I'm probably gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to get a picture of myself doing it in order to get that right. But that's okay. We can push this, and that's the only hand I have to worry about. So I can get that in a little bit. So we'll just save that until a little later. I want to get the rest of this cloak done and everything. There seems to be some mixed overlap here on whether or not it overlaps the belt, but I'm gonna just say for sure here, yes, it overlaps the belt. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? He's got this brown shirt on, or at least this shirt on, and I feel like that should come up and show right here. Just a little. It is sleeveless, but unless it might be more of a tank top hanging on his shoulders, but whatever. I'm making the decision. You can see the collar of the shirt. Okay, let me zoom back out a little. Gotta get my lines to flow. So yeah, just more or less following his original lines here. Actually, this whole section. This line doesn't work because I'm wrong with it. It needs to flow and come down way more and actually drape like that. And I'm gonna just amp up, just like I did before with the collar. I'm just gonna amp up the shape a little bit on this and put a little more of a flare on it. This, I'll even bring that corner out a little bit too. Or even, you know what? Could make it like ripped or tattered. Put a little rip in here. He's been around a while. He's going to have a little rip in his. Or just an accent piece. Okay, so the belt's kind of like a sumo belt. So we'll have to modify a little bit, I think, for that. Because I was actually never really thrilled with how thick he made that. So I figure even if we come down a little bit, I mean, that's sort of part of it. I mean, just, actually, you know what? No. It's because it's too thick on the sides, where it wraps around the waist. It wouldn't be as thick. It can be thicker in the middle, but where it would come around the waist, it actually should be tighter. So I'm going to actually arc those in more here. Yeah, that's what it needed. That can still wrap around, but just needs to be a little tighter. No, that's not tight enough there. Big and then small. Big then small. Like that. This ties around. Oh, I totally put that on line in the wrong place. Just knot it in there and then out and around. You know what? Maybe not. I think it actually does look better with that initial bigger one. Alright, well, we'll just keep that as is, I guess. Just smooth out the lines. Just maybe make the knot stand out a little more. Since it has all these folds coming over top of itself. And then this would pop up over that. Like so. It's in there, that's tucked into here. So maybe just fewer lines to do it. That's why I'm seeing it. It's down here. Yeah, his line up there was off. That's why that was confusing me. Okay. So I think with the amplifications I'm making to the cloak, it would be better to actually tighten the pants up more than the bigger, baggier pants he has here. So he had like a tighter jacket and baggier pants, but I actually like the idea of keeping the pants maybe a little bit less like bell bottoms, basically. So when I get to this inner edge down here, I'm gonna pull that in a little bit more, I think. Again, if you're just joining in, I'm re-sketching over a drawing that a friend of mine did back when both of us were still in high school, that I've had sitting on my hard drive forever. I did a colored version of it when I was about 17 or 18, and then found the file recently and was like, I sent the picture to him, and he was just like, "Oh wow, that's right, I did that thing." I don't even think he remembered really doing the drawing, but it was like, "All right, yeah, it looks like something I did." So I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I, play with this someday when I'm bored?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So, pants, this will be a little harder for me actually, because I want to, again, we're putting them inside more from what the original was. Fold creases in. Yes, this I want to be like here, rather than way down here where it is in that corner. And this would follow his knee more. Right now his knee is more ambiguous. He's doing what I did with the upper arm and hiding that behind the hair. He hid it behind the pants more, but it's not really necessary, I would say. This would still hang a little bit, but nowhere near what he has it at. Actually, this whole line's wrong. It just needs to be a lot smoother. This would arc rather than coming to that point. Still might have to do a little bit of adjustment as I go here. Probably see a fold here and a fold here. Maybe a little bit of lines up there in the crotchal area. So that wrinkles down there. So that, in theory, because it's wrinkling at the bottom, would also wrinkle here a little bit too. Okay, I gotta flip this whole thing over. Flip. Just rotate. I don't know why I wasn't doing that earlier with the wheel. Okay. Now, actually a little more rotation on that. Gotta get that the natural arc of my hand to do its thing. Alright. I'm not really good with shoes either, so I'll have to keep things, I guess, a little more simple. Work a little bit with what he's already got. Shoe, I might get my boots out from downstairs when I start looking at this a little bit more. It just looks like a big potato. Yeah, I've never been good with shoes. Shoes are just a pain in the ass. Most I can do is just clean up that. Oh, that's actually not bad. Alright. To push a little bit more. Actually, no, other way. Open in the middle, more on the heel. Don't like any of that. Yeah, we'll have to mess with that more later once I get an actual shoe to look at. Stop it, you. Alright, where are we at? Just have to come down that whole side of the cloak. And that's going to be behind the hand, so I can maybe even flutter it out a little bit more on that side. And same deal here, I'm going to actually, what's it? This side I'll leave more intact. And then again, same as before, flaring out these edges more for a more dynamic character. With any character, the more they stand out, the more memorable they will be. So if you're designing characters, and whether that be literary speaking or film or drawing, you want the character to be big, not just not necessarily physically, but the character elements and everything like that should always be larger in that way. Hey, we have Gabrielle Desenhista. Hope I didn't butcher your name that bad in the comments. Hi, welcome. Resketching a friend of mine's drawing from back in high school, so interesting little project for today. Since I haven't gotten around to record regular art videos in forever, kind of thing. Okay, so where... I'm actually pretty good with that pants on that side. I was a little concerned, but now that I'm seeing this coming together, I'm not as concerned. Again, we're making the pants a little tighter in, so this one's probably only go into here. And we want to follow the arc of the leg more than he did initially. So this is going to come down. Probably end up seeing I almost feel like maybe a little bit where the knee is on the pant leg, and that would crease a little bit up. Trying to think now. It's up to here, legs extended, so we can mostly just arc. Brazil. Game character? No. This is just a original sketch that a friend of mine did. That I'm playing with that neither one of us really had looked at in about 15 years. So a little challenge for myself, since I'm not. I'm a landscape painter by trade, so. This is just a little challenge for myself, since I'm not really good with figures, and I can just play around a little bit. And okay, so the knee's roughly there. I gotta actually turn this off a second. Okay, so that pant crease is here. Trying to think. Like there'd be a flutter in that fabric here. Actually, no. That's what I have to do. It's the knee where that happens. It's here. So it would come in a little bit and flutter. Just trying to think about how I wear pants. So this comes in and folds a bit, and I can probably expand this out just a little extra. Not a ton, but oh wait, that's right. We're doing the thing at the bottom, the wrinkly folds. So there'd be like one there and one here at the bottom. Okay. This comes down. He's again the slight folds he was doing. It's there, but it just needs to. The lines need to be pushed out a little more to be more right. And that's actually. That sticks out way too far. Like it can be a little wrinkly, but come on, man. All right, do the full rotation here. Okay. Whoop. Arcing that down, I think a little bit more will give us a little bit more room to work. And actually this could probably even come down to the right more than that. Still nowhere near what he had it at, but okay. That's a little better. So where does that leave us? Pretty close. Still got to get my hand reference of the shoe, right? The shoes that I'm struggling with as well. Yeah, that's just going to have to be about me going and getting a shoe and looking. Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad. Where's my underlying structure? There. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually really not happy with this elbow crease up here. But now that I have a more of a full body shot here, I can change it a little more than I was doing before. And this is almost too pointy. Just round it off a little. It's better. That comes up and over. This should arc that way. Oh, there it is. There's the line I'm looking for. Again, not great with figures, so it's hard for me to remember this stuff when I'm not doing it constantly. Maybe even give them a little bit more definition down here. Muscular definition and such. Same thing here, more up top. Matches other arm a little better. Okay. That's a bit better. Again, that arm's going to come up. We're going to see a little bit more of it. Really, really wonky trying to just do this on the fly. Again, not great with figures. Hard for me to do this in the first place. So why did I do it? I don't know. I like torturing myself, I guess. All right. Oh, that's right. He had the bottom of his coattails are showing. Right. Glad I saw that. Okay, that's down. This you're gonna see more of. Should we arc this way more? Same thing with this. This is probably gonna arc down a little more. Oh wait, geez, right. Take it further. Match the leg, Ben. Match the leg. There we go. Now we got that. Okay. Do I do the hand or do I do the sword? I think I want to do the hand, actually. But I gotta get my self-image reference for this. Also, we should save before I forget. So I'm actually going to grab just a picture on my tablet off to the side here of me doing this pose, which I have to come back, I guess, a little bit more for. Maybe this way, like this. Oh wait, it says left hand too, so I got to make sure I get that right. It's that way, and this way, but further back. Hold on, where? Gotta scroll a little here. Not that. Come on. Gotta see how he's doing it in the drawing first. That way. Okay. So down. Like this, but up. Up. Now you're seeing the palm. It's this way. Okay, yeah. Angle. A little. Arc. Angle. Palm. Photo. Okay. Hopefully that should work. I'm actually facing the right direction. I'm not facing the right direction, of course not. That's okay, I can flip that. You know what, I'm going to just email this to myself. So just stick it in Photoshop and make it easier on me. Okay. So we are utilizing that. Which then should show up over here in Mail. Bing. Okay, now last time I put a picture in here, we just about crashed the system, so I want to pay attention here to make sure that doesn't happen again. Copy, maybe? Yeah. Paste that in. Hello there. We need to zoom back out. And come on. Give me the thing, dang. Yeah, I gotta flip it in order for that to work. But no, because left hand. No, I just gotta turn it. No, this is maybe. Now my angle's totally wrong. I have to just take a new picture. Alright, tell you what. We are going to just dump that. And do a camera up there? Yeah, it is good. Self-model this one. Give me a sword to play with. This. Turn the flash on, so it's close. How did that get worse? Wasn't far enough back, I don't think. Shit. Wasn't ready. Alright, one of those is going to have to work. Can't get all of this at once. How is volume still low? There is no way in hell my volume is still low. I upped that by like 4 decibels. Okay, it's not. It's not low. There's no way it's low at this point. There's no way it's low at this point. Maybe up your computer volume. I don't know. Is anyone listening? Let me know. Is it low for everybody? I mean, I don't have to keep amping this up, but hold on to that for now. I don't know. Crap. Where are we at? Almost time for lunch though too, so can't stream for too much longer. Oh crap, I'm using up all my ports. All 4 of my front USB ports are in use. So I gotta find one in the back, I guess. Come on. One in the back. Somewhere. That should be an open one. If I can get this thing in the right way. Crap. Probably not gonna be able to put it in that one. Let's do it there. There's one. Ah, motherfucker. Alright. What I do for art, man. Where's that? Okay, the first one actually probably had the best angle. I didn't get the angle on that at all. That's probably my best one. Push that into there. Okay, I want to just isolate that out. Dump the rest of that. So that, it's really just the wrong direction. Also, my hand was, I didn't have my arm extended the right way. Hold on, what were the other ones? This one was out at least. Hold on. Probably better to snip with this one. Because the camera's too high with this. No, not that. That. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at hand-wise. So yeah, his is really off, even by that standpoint. Actually, with that angle, it'd probably be a lot closer to the lower one than the upper one, because you can see his palm, but like to do that, you'd have to really have your hand back a lot, and you'd see a lot more of the palm. It wouldn't just be down. This is turning out to be a lot more frustrating than I wanted it to be. That's why people don't like drawing hands. A lot of different, like, arms, like, only so many movements. Fingers make everything complicated. Alright, let me zoom in here. Figure out what I'm going to do with the hand. But talk to it, maybe. Alright, so I need my brush. Almost I like the idea of doing this more with what I've got, with a flat palm rather than the open palm. So it would be out like that, like this. Oh shit! You know what? I bet I have a better reference for this. Hang on a minute. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but Crilly probably did it in the books that I've got. Because Brody has a similar power in that book. So I bet I can find a reference out of this. I just gotta zip through them a little bit. That's close. Uh-huh. I really bet there's something in here. Have to really dig through them a little bit. Probably more in the earlier books than the later ones. Really trying to dig through to find the action sequences. Oh, that's closer. That's a lot close. Oh, wow, that's really close. Bet I can work with that. Yeah, I bet I can work with that one. Okay, we're using this. What is this one? Book 4. Brody's Ghost, Book 4. All right, we're gonna sit that under my keyboard so it stays open. That's really close to what he had on the original. Like, might even be almost identical. All right. So, that is perfect. There we go. Zoom in. Plus, it gives me that original angle that he was looking for too. So this is just. Actually, let's even put that there. Just as less of it as a guide, more as just a general positioning template. So that's his right hand. Shit. Ah, crap. Probably can't just mirror that without it looking weird. No, this should still tell me everything I need, though. I just have to flip it mentally. That's all. So yeah, you actually wouldn't see the back of the hand at all. But this would come down more before we even get to the fingers. And the palm, actually, I would say, is the real base to this. So that's what needs to be right. And it needs to be in the right position and not off too far to the one side. That. It's going to stand up where the thumb is. This. It's going to come up like that. Having to mentally flip a right to a left hand is not my strong suit. Okay, that's out. Like that. So up. Mostly just see it. Let's just get the shape right, really. It just arcs into the hand. That comes in. That goes out. That's about all of that we'll see, but it should be pointier on that side, I'd say. That's not bad, that's close. Let's see that much of it. Maybe the lower one. And then up, folds into the crease of the hand. I gotta not pay it. I'm trying not to pay attention to that. Actually, probably don't need that now. That's good. Arcs up that way. Up, way up. Actually, way up. Then we just have the downs like this, but bigger. Especially because it's in the foreground and it's appearing larger for the sake of that foreshortening. We can always adjust shapes once we drop them in though to our sizes of shapes anyway. 1, 2, that would be higher than that one. Higher here, lower there. That's not bad. That's doable. Palm, I want to extend down more. Further out, we start to see more of the other side of the fingers. As they kind of meet into the hand. And that one really kind of arcs in, up, in, out. But actually, no, not less. Less of a palm. Because it's extended down. And we're not going to see that as much. Except for that. Well, that probably could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse too. This would be more extended then, and the thumb arcs in, not out. It's flat there. It's arced in. I'm pretty sure in his original. Yeah. So this is completely off, which is why it's throwing the rest of this off. This whole section's too far to the side. Needs to just get pushed in. More like that. Pen. Yeah, that's what I get for not drawing hands for 10 years. That's down, that's out. Still see the arc out, maybe the base of the hand back here. But this is just like knuckle. And then shape. And then the other knuckle down in there. And then coming up from this angle, it's really hard to do. Down, out, just pivot. Actually, that way now, you see less of that bump. And it's just really about getting the shape of the hand down the lower side right, which I feel like shouldn't be the hardest part of this, but of course we're going to be covering it up with the I'm going to actually take this to the extreme of not even seeing the palm, or at least so little of it that it's not that visible. Just like there. Extends out, out, out. Then That's better, I think, actually. Just barely seeing it. Plus, we're going to putting a big energy ball there, so we could probably just hide it entirely. No volume? What? No, there's... What? How is there no volume? Wait a minute. No, I got volume. I got volume just fine. Hang on. Yeah. It's fine for me. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why you're... Um, everything is fine on my end. I mean, I'm getting audio feedback. I'm getting input. Yeah, I don't know. Must just be you. All right. So where are we at here? I'm not talking. I'm drawing for a lot of this. I don't have background noise, although I was thinking about putting some music on. So, right, we're zooming out to see where we're at. No, not cycle layers. Rotate. All right. That's not bad. The eyes are starting to bug me a little bit. I think it might just be a style choice issue. Yeah, I can make that work. Okay. This is sticking out too far. Even for a muscle, that's just a little bit too thick. Still not rotating the canvas, I'm just turning my hand a weird degree. Alright. That's not bad, I can work with that. Throw a little pill into there. I'm actually going to change this a bit up. See, it's sort of a, I guess, maybe a satchel or something in there in the initial drawing, which I can adjust a bit. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is this armband from the, I'm seeing this now. Took me a minute to kind of notice where stuff was hiding. This still might flap this out more. Give him more. It's that Doctor Strange collar. That's a more modern reference to whatever I was using before, I think. And that would have to pop out way more. Okay, so let me bring that back up. Yeah, so that arcs around. But this is so the cloak is sleeveless. And the shirt, whatever shirt he's got under it, is sleeveless. So this would have to follow this pattern and be... I'm trying to think how that would work with that angle. Arm, cloak. This, I feel like it's too thick here, like it would be showing, to show something, but I can't think about where that should be directionally. Like if I should be seeing more of a strap here than the rest of his arm, but that would have to be the other way around. Just think about this as a mirror. This, here to here, here to here. Then it's out and up. That is it. This way. That is that. But it's behind him, so you still probably wouldn't see it. It might just be that it's too wide as a whole, sitting on his shoulders like that. Because you'd see, I guess, more of the shoulder. This is hurting my brain. This is why I don't do figure work. Too complicated. Okay, so that's the overlay for the where I want the sword, where the sword should be. So that I can actually probably take off then and figure out now from here. Still gonna have to adjust the hand a little bit. It's not quite right, but I feel like it's a lot closer than it was initially. I think it's just that it's small, actually. If I can even just make it bigger. It'll actually do what it should be doing here. Yeah, there we go. That works. There. Just too small. Alright. So let's play with this sword. Before I destroy the spine of that bug. Oh wow, my foot really hurts. I stepped on a nail yesterday, so I'm not little weird when I'm resting it in weird positions. Always nice to have a nail go right through your foot. Alright, so. How much? A little further up here. That. Rotate. This is probably going to be the most fun part of this, is just doing this giant freaking sword. Because this is something I know I can fudge the details a lot easier on. I'll be focusing probably more on the inner lines than the outer lines from that part of that sketch there. One thing I know that he loves doing is this cross weave for the the sword handle. So that's something I do want to try to preserve the integrity of as much as I can anyway. So hit a lot of that behind his hair, which was the goal. But I also have a little bit of stuff to make up. Because he hid some of the sword behind the hair initially. But now I have to make up where those lines are. Especially with where the sword meets the hilt. Because that was undefined in the original sketch. So I can actually afford to play a little bit with the way that kind of tapers in. I kind of like the idea of doing this flared bottom for it. So this would come down to here, so this arcs this way. It wouldn't overlap, it would just meet it at the bottom. Actually, you know what? Knowing his style, it wouldn't do that. It would just be relatively flat. This is probably a bigger hook here than I'm seeing on that edge. But I know he liked his angles more than anything else. So we're going to just angle it down like that. And then that arc for that part of it. And this is way more of a tapered edge this. Should zoom out a little. Arcs in and then out. And has that angle blade to show the depth in the perspective of it. Because it's a big, thick sword. Again, I think pretty sure modeled it after Cloud's sword in Final Fantasy VII, but not positive. Again, this is, he doesn't remember. I don't, so I sure as hell don't remember. And this would arc down then, like that. You'd end up seeing that other dimension on that side. Same thing here, you'd see a little bit of that dimension too. Alright, that should be pretty good. Damn close. Okay, get rid of that. Hey, that's coming together. I probably don't need that sketch line either. Yeah. Can get it down to just the base. I think this shoulder should be out more. Because the way this arcs over, you'd see way more shoulder here before it comes in. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let me give him a lot broader shoulders here before it arcs. That's better. Of course, now this is too thin. There it is. All right. That's some decent progress on this for the first time in ever. First time in an ever. Let's arc in more here. Up, over, heel. Shoelaces. Yeah, feet are still pretty light just because I'm not as confident with them. I'm not as confident with any of this really, but if anything, the only thing I'm really confident with is the clothing. But still, that's way better than what we started with. So again, here's his original sketch from estimating here. Well, my colored version of his original sketch from back in late 2000s, so 2006 or 7-ish. And then from that, I've sort of rebuilt it up, at least the line work for it, up from scratch. Or not from scratch, but tracing and some other adjustments. What the hell? This is a blur tool. I wanted a brush. Just to kind of give myself a little bit more of an idea with it. I'm probably going to continue tweaking this off and on whenever I feel like it. Probably not going to happen today though. But yeah, let me at least grab another. I want to grab one more layer here to maybe drop in a sketch for that energy ball. And this was fun, just getting used to my tablet again, having not used it in forever. So this would sit below the hand. And the one thing I'm actually kind of good with now is doing energy stuff, because I actually do it in my my painting. So I'd love to do almost like an electric thing coming off of these. Branch out. That way it's actually kind of looks a little more interesting that way. Kind of get that impact from it a bit more. So I'm going to call that one a day, because it's getting to be about lunchtime, and I've got other stuff to do today besides the software side of my computer stuff. This was all more of just that's it. I've got like I built everything Thursday night, I think, and then I have just the studio's an absolute train wreck right now. So yeah, should be interesting. Maybe throw a little bit of a grayscale into this just to blot in a little color. You know, give myself a general idea of where some of these shapes overlap. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sure I'll come back to this at some point, but I do want to actually one thing I do want to do is just send this over to my friend. I'm like, hey, remember this thing? And I said I was going to work on this. Yeah, I did. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's more or less what I'm doing here. Go ahead and let the that probably be more white. That will go another shade darker for maybe the shirt. That's right, I never put the satchel thing on him. It's got to grab a different color for that, so I'm going to hold off. And a little darker, more for the pants. More drastically darker for the pants. Just kind of dropping it in for the sake of placement. Doesn't really matter. Just general idea and understanding of where there would be color, not specifically where the color would be, but where there would be color. Or I can just keep it grayscale, which would probably look really sick too. Here, maybe make its shoes a little darker. Yeah, screw it. Keep the shoes lighter, because it would probably be better to match the. I think the technical rule is your shoes should match your belt. So I'll keep the belt white, keep the shoes white. Maybe put a little, just for the hell of it, maybe I'll make his hair a little red or pink or something. A nice base to that. Gotta have. I should probably make his hair blue, because you gotta have blue hair, right? That. Nice deep color for the sword and such. Just offset it. Give it a lens flare. No. So yeah, that's rough color anyway. Just getting it as close to as presentable as I could to distinguish some of those shapes and leave it at that. So I'm pretty happy with that as far as a little hour and a half sketch goes. But what, yeah, hour and a half or so. Not a bad little project for the morning. But now it's time to get on with my day, and I've got some other stuff to do as well as test some games, make sure I'm not crashing, things like that. So thanks guys for watching. I'll try to be back to uploading regular art videos sometime soon. Things have just been kind of crazy and haven't been super motivated, but I figured hell, I'll live stream and draw for a little bit. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Keep on creating, and I will see you guys next time.